Stage 32 is the pedals, the fuel system and the spare wheel. So the first thing to do is to take the footrest and fit that into the hole down in the footwell. Then take the set of pedals and fit that into these two holes in the footwell as well. If they're a loose fit, you can put some glue on the back of these pins here. The next thing to do is to install the foot mats. They just fit into the large holes on the floor. Do that for both sides. And then you can fit the fuel pump into this hole here. And that only fits in one way. You don't need to push it all the way in just yet, because you're going to be attaching some fuel lines to this later in the stage. The next part is to install the fuel lines, but first you need to identify which is which. This is fuel line A, and this is the one with the two wires on it. And fuel line B is the single one, that one there. So the first thing to do is to put fuel line B into one of the holes in the car boot space here, and it's these two holes down inside this gap here by the fuel tank. So fuel line B goes into the hole on the left side. And then the bare end of fuel line A goes into the hole on the right. When both fuel lines are through the holes, you can bend them over on the underside and secure them with a bit of sticky tape. The next thing to do is to fit this end, which is the union end of fuel line A, into this hole here in the boot space. And you'll need tweezers to do this because it's quite tricky. The other end of fuel line A, this end here, will be fitting into the hole on the side of the fuel pump on the right hand side. Here you can see the fuel lines fitted into place. This is the end of fuel line A onto the right side of the fuel pump, and this is the end of fuel line B fitted into the left side of the fuel pump. If they become loose, you can glue those in if you want. Next, install the fuel filter into this large hole next to one of the fuel unions. And just push that into place. Like that. The next job is to install some of the spare wheel tools. So the first thing is to install the spare wheel nut, and that fits into these two holes here. Then you can fit the mallet on top of that, and that just fits into the two holes on the sides of the spare wheel nut and pushes it into place as well. and then over those you can fit the tool strap. When the tools and the tool strap are in place, you can then fit in the spare wheel carrier, which is this piece here, and that just fits into the 5 holes that remain around the tools. Just push that into place as well. And then you can refit the spare wheel. And that's the end of stage 32.